Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Adjacent. Very near, next to, or touching. Our tailgate is adjacent to the left field fence. ADJACENT. Adjacent.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. We have a fabulous friend.
Hi.
We're so excited. You're back on the podcast.
I'm back. Oh my God, I'm back and spelling shit. Okay, hold on. There we go.
Do you know that voice?
Here I am. Take your best guess.
Who do we have, Shelly?
We have Madison Tipsord. Tip of the sword. Just Madison.
Madison
Tipsy.
Tipsord.
Tipsy for Tipsord, but not tipsy anymore.
Not tipsy anymore. Oh, goodness. But you're tipsy with joy.
I am tipsy with joy, and I'm tipsy with joy to be here with you guys. Thank you for having me.
I feel we love you.
Popular.
No pumping and dumping. You're not pumping and dumping.
I'm not. I'm just. She's gonna be. She might have a little rosé. Like, sue me. Like, it's fine.
That's fine.
It's okay.
Someone said if you can find your baby, you can feed your baby. Granted, that person was not a doctor, but I've taken that advice. I'm like, okay, I haven't been like shit faced, so I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing glasses of wine. She'll be all right.
She'll be all right. She'll be all right. You know,
She'll be great.
I think it's like if you're going on a girls' trip or
Right. Oh,
or
for sure.
just brunch.
Or
yeah.
you can't find your shoe. Like that.
Right.
When you know. Don't feed your baby.
That not finding the shoe story is too close, Madison.
Too close for you too. Shocking.
Well, that's me. I've lost the shoe one time and somebody put it in my school. I was at a school happy hour and I got really hammered and I lost my shoe and had a little issue with the police. And anyway, so then they put my shoe in my school mailbox. That's where I found my shoe.
God,
I didn't have
mailboxes.
babies.
Right, you're fine. You're just a teacher. What do they want from us?
So we asked you to come on today because we want to hear your full journey with having your beautiful baby Sloane.
Yeah,
because you have
a great name.
Great name.
Thank you. You guys
I love that name.
Naming a baby as a teacher, I'm like, there's 8,000 names that I cannot use.
Yeah. I had some kids that I was like, the kid was like, you'd see some names repeated over and over again, and then those kids kind of took on those personalities, and I'm like, how are they all
the same?
All the same. I was like, there's something with the name, but
I feel
Sloane is such a beautiful name. It kind of has like a old world, but also kind of modern too, because we're bringing it back. But
I know they are, and it's one syllable. I like that. I like that I think I had one Sloane in class years ago, but she didn't strike me as like terribly awful. So that's
right.
That's always a good.
What's Sloane's full name?
Sloane Naomi. So Naomi is my great grandma. So her great grandma. Sloane Naomi Tipsord. So her initials are SNT. And just because we've been through like pregnancy loss and stuff, we knew what her name would be. But even Aaron and I, when I was pregnant, we never like said her name. So since her initials are SNT, we were calling her Snot or like Snotty. So until she actually like was physically here in my arms, we like never even called her by her name. But when I was hospitalized, there was like a little cafe across the street, and I couldn't leave the hospital, but I kind of broke the rules every once in a while. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get a coffee at this like cafe that's literally closer to the hospital entrance than like the other side of the hospital. So, but there was graffiti on the side of the the thing, but the person who did it like it said SNOT Snot with a heart, like they signed the graffiti with it. So it was like a little, I'm like, oh, okay. We called her Snotty, and then there was like a little angel wink like on the side of this thing I'd see every day. Like, okay, she's gonna make it here. She'll be okay. That was my little happy story.
I know you had such a hard hard journey. I mean, luckily it ended with such a wonderful reward. But tell us what happened. Tell us about your pregnancy journey, and because I think it's gonna really help people.
And that's when you guys asked me to come on, I was absolutely thrilled, because when I was diagnosed, and I'll get into like all of that, but I went to listen. Like I just typed in vasa previa, which is what I'll talk about, but I typed it into the podcast store, and I opened a podcast that was about it, and it was just this doctor like saying all the terrible things, which I knew already, and he just kept saying, but it's super rare, like don't worry about it. So I'm like, okay, but if someone's searching for this issue in the podcast store, like they don't want to hear that it's super rare because they probably already have it. So like that was not helpful. So I'm like, okay, so if someone needs this, I'm happy to be that person. And obviously I'm not a doctor, but I will share what I have learned and what they have passed down to me. But we got pregnant in October, and so we went to our 20-week anatomy scan, which is kind of where they make sure everything's good, and she's got 10 fingers and 10 toes, and her brain is developing, and she's got 4 chambers of her heart and all of that. And we were not supposed to see the doctor that day, and it's a super intense ultrasound. Like you lay there for like an hour. Normally they are like on your belly for like 4 minutes and like, looks good, see you in 6 weeks or whatever. So I was laying there for a while, and the nurse was like, okay, the doctor's going to come in. And like, just from that moment, I was like, Aaron and I looked at each other like, oh God. So, you go through all the terrible things, like, oh, something's wrong with my baby. And she came in, and she's lovely, the loveliest doctor. Shout out Dr. Hadley. And she was like, hey, your baby's developing fine. So that was good to hear. She said, just the packaging of it is a little suspicious. So I was diagnosed with something called vasa previa, which vasa means blood, or like blood vessels, and previa means covering. So if a lot of people are like, oh, like my cousin had like placenta previa, and it's the same thing, where it's like, if this is your cervix, the placenta would be covering it. So you can't have a vaginal birth with placenta previa, because your baby can't get out because the placenta's right there. Right. So mine's similar, but instead of the placenta being there, I had fetal blood vessels. So all of my baby's blood, or some of my baby's blood vessels, were right in front of the cervix. So I couldn't have a vaginal birth, which whatever. But she was like, I do want to let you know that this is the #1 cause of stillbirth, undiagnosed. So right then and there, it's like, okay, well, we have a diagnosis that's on our side. That's great. Yes. And she told me just kind of like the overall journey to expect. She said most care teams, because I went from that moment just being a normal pregnancy to being like super high risk. I then had like a team of OBs helping us out. And she said most of the time you'll be hospitalized out of total precaution around 30 weeks. And past 35 weeks, your baby is safer out than in, because the worry with vasa previa is that if you have a bleed, it's all your baby's. So most of the time when pregnant women bleed, which obviously isn't great, but it's most of the time maternal blood, and we have so much blood to lose. Whereas like baby growing in your belly has about half a cup of blood to lose. So there's just not a lot of time. And she was like, we have like 3 to 5 minutes to get her out. Wow. So that's why they wanted to admit me to the hospital, because if something were to happen, I would already be there. Everyone was like briefed on my condition. They knew what was going on. So that was that. I was admitted to the hospital at 30 weeks, and I got to, hang out. Jody came to see me in my little jail cell, I referred to it as. Which, it's wild. I don't know. There's not many times in life where you can just like rest and do nothing. So I tried to think of it that way, but you do kind of go a little bit crazy. I was there for 5 weeks total. Golly. Golly is right. And thankfully it's crazy. I wasn't actually on bed rest. They let me kind of, like I said, like out and about and walk around a little bit, but Jesus Lord, it was a lot of.
And Madison, when you were allowed to walk out, were you nervous about, oh gosh?
Well, I honestly felt better once I was admitted. So I wasn't admitted until May 4th. Right. I was diagnosed February 20 something was my anatomy scan. So I feel like I went all of March and all of April kind of feeling like a ticking time bomb, because if something were to have happened then, they're pretty much like, there's not a ton that can be done. And it's just like, you can't live in the hospital for 3 months. So they're like, we're going to get you to 30 weeks. That's when we'll admit you, because at that point we could probably, your baby can live and be healthy and all of that. So I honestly felt better once I was admitted, just because I was in the right place. Because March and April, it's just kind of like the moment you feel anything, you're like, I think it's okay. But I was very lucky. A lot of people do experience bleeds with this condition, and sometimes it's fine and sometimes it's not. Like I said, the doctor did tell me it's the number one, cause of stillbirth, which is really just like awful to hear as a person that just wants their baby to get here safe and sound. But once I was admitted, it was kind of like, okay, there's a sigh of relief. But then like, okay, what the hell am I going to do for the next 5 weeks? Which was fine. I did it. It was fine. I don't want to do it again, but I would do it 100 more times just to get her here safely. Ultimately, like what it is. It's like welcome to parenthood.
Absolutely.
What would you do for your baby?
Yes. And you definitely went to the biggest extent for your baby, for sure.
For sure.
I mean, what did you do with your time?
What did I do with my time?
Did time just become like
seriously meaningless? Nothing. Like I'd wake up, maybe being a teacher for so long, I'm like, I'm always waking up early, like you know what day it is. And also as a teacher, your day, I'm like, okay, we're going to lunch at 11:57 today. Like every minute of the day is accounted for. And then in the hospital, I'm like, is it Tuesday? I don't even know. Like it doesn't matter because it's the same thing. I was checked on, like they took my vitals 5 times a day. We just got our insurance bill too. Every time they took my vitals, it was $47. Which, whatever.
Oh my.
Like, that's interesting to see it broken down. But what did I do with my time? I really tried to not just like sit and rot and watch TV all day, because I just know like my mental health is like not great when I do that. So I tried to like, all right, if I could make it to like 5:00 p.m. and then like take a shower and then sit in my hospital bed, then I could like watch The Housewives or watch like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and all of those things that I love to do. But so until 5 p.m., I would walk the halls a lot. It's funny because you get the same like nurses, you start to, recognize them and stuff, and they know you. And I do think they love like the antepartum patients, which is what they call like people who are in there before they have their babies. Because I wasn't the only one. I was the only one with my condition, but I was not the only antepartum patient there. So I think like we're kind of easy for them. Like they are just like, you good? Good. They're not having to, like change our diapers or catheters or anything. So I do think the nurses liked having like an easy case. But I'd get a nurse that I hadn't had yet, and she'd be like, oh, you're the walker. So that was my name. That's what I was known by, because I would just like walk the halls. I'm like, y'all told me I could walk and that it was good for me.
Right.
But I'd pass the nurses station. I'm like, am I freaking y'all out? Like, I'm just trying to. They're like, no, walk, do it. So I just have my, AirPods in, and I'd listen to audiobooks or podcasts or whatever, and just try and, walk. I'd pass the nursery every time and just like see the new babies that were in there. And it's just one of those weird things. It's like, oh my God, I have one of those in my belly right now.
Yes.
But it's just so crazy. So that's what I did to pass time. I would go outside every once in a while. They told me, be careful, obviously, but I would just like walk around outside. But I was at St. David's, Maine, which is like right on the highway. So it's a city hospital. I'd be talking to my mom on the phone. I'm like, hold on, I'm walking next to the highway, or hold on, this unhoused person is yelling at me.
She had this one unhoused person that would scream obscenities at her. I'm like, as if you need more crap.
I know, but it's kind of, I was the pregnant C word. He wasn't wrong. He'd say, you pregnant? I'm like, yeah. Come at me.
See you next Tuesday. Like,
every time I passed him, which I would do like 6 laps a day. That's a lot of times being called a pregnancy word.
Yeah.
I would like to think we're friends. Like if I saw him, I'd be like, hey man, hey buddy. Remember me? I'm just the normal C word now, not a pregnant one. Postpartum C word.
Oh my gosh. I was just but I noticed when I went, you had calendars, everything.
Oh yeah,
like big X, like, okay, we made it through another day.
Literally, it reminded me of like my college dorm, because you just like tape up photos of your friends and your family, and then I'm a very visual person, so printed out like a May calendar and a June calendar. So June 4th was my scheduled C-section that we were hoping to get to.
Yes.
So every day I would just like cross that out. My class also made me like a paper chain link where I'd take off one every single day. And so they had written me messages, which was really sweet, but it just shows the wide gamut of children in my class this year, because one would be like, Ms. Tipsord, like, you're the best. I miss you so much. I'm saying good thoughts to you, blah, blah, blah. And then like the next one would be like, hope you're having fun. I'm like, like, yeah, I'm having a blast. Thanks.
Like you're on vacation.
Yeah, having a great time. I FaceTimed them a couple times with like the long-term sub, and they kept being like, let us see your hotel room. Y'all, I cannot stress enough, it is not a hotel room. I'm not on vacation. I am in the hospital, okay? But yeah, so just like little visual reminders every day, getting closer. Even like my doctors would be like, look at your chain, it's like getting shorter. Yeah, it better be. I'm just sitting here wasting time away, but it's all good. I mean, it like felt like the longest amount of time, but also now hindsight, I'm like, oh, I mean, just a blip in time. It's all, everything's temporary, and that's what I keep reminding myself. Like even now, as a mother of a 5-week-old that doesn't really sleep, I'm like, oh, it's temporary. It's all temporary. It's gonna be fine. People are gonna say I'm gonna miss this.
They say the days are long.
The days are long, but the years are short. I'm like, don't lose it. But no, it was good. We made it to our C-section, which that is not casual either. I think out of the whole gamut of things, I was underprepared for like the surgery aspect. I don't know. I mean, like I knew it was a surgery, but people were like, oh, like you're young and you're fit and it'll be fine. And I'm like, sure. But holy shit.
Yeah.
They straight up just like cut. I mean, I don't know. I know it's the most common surgery in the world. Like I look at women, I'm like, you guys, what? Did you guys have this? And no one told me, no one warned me, but I think it's just until you go through it, you can't really convey. You're also not trying to scare anyone.
Exactly. You don't want to share. Ooh, a C-section.
Yeah, you're like, it's amazing.
Well, Shelly,
when they strap you down,
your arms,
and your poor spouse is seeing visual. They have a visual of what's going on.
Yep.
And then
you're like, don't look,
right here, buddy. The weirdest.
Shelly had 2 C-sections. Her babies were gigantic.
The weirdest thing for me was after. It feels like they're tugging your body.
Yeah.
And then after they start counting the tools.
Yeah.
And it freaked me out. I was like, why are y'all counting?
Like, because are you leaving them inside of me? Why are we counting these? And like rags and stuff. That's so funny because I had forgotten about that until Aaron was like, yeah, they started like counting tools. I'm like, oh, I remember that. Yeah. I did have a nurse that was like, there is a certain like aspect of amnesia that goes along with any birth, and like no one would ever have another baby if you remembered every single thing.
Absolutely.
But there's definitely like some PTSD in my brain, like per my therapist, just from all of this. And I really am doing okay, but I think just, it can't be. You can't go through that and not like worry. But I'm like, oh my God, they were counting the tools.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't watch Grey's Anatomy or any like medical shows, but Aaron's like, yeah, they do that to make sure that like, everything's accounted for. I'm like,
yes.
But I felt like Mary Poppins' bag. Like I was the purse and someone was like just looking for, I'm like, whoa, it was so weird. It's so trippy. And I can't really explain. I'm trying to like tell my girlfriends that haven't had one, like what it felt like. I'm like, you don't feel pain.
No.
But
you know what's going on.
You know, very like aware of
pulling all your organs out on on like a
it started with like I was in there and they like butterfly your legs. You're very naked to put a catheter in, which it just even talking about it now, I'm like,
I know.
But I looked at the anesthesiologist who stays by your head the whole time. Like that man was my best friend. I love him so much.
Yes.
And I was just like, I feel so naked. And he said, that's Vegas, baby.
That's hilarious.
I love him. I'm like, well, thank you. So he was great. Like, it's just so weird that was like a traumatic day for me, but like for them, it's just like another day. By the time my C-section was over, they were already like talking about they were getting briefed on the next one because I guess a mom of twins was coming in and one twin was like not doing well. So like I'm still in this like huge surgery, like thinking about what's going on. Meanwhile, like this whole team of people are like, they're already, I'm done. Like thinking about the next one. But
they're like in the middle of cutting you.
Seriously,
should we get a tuna salad from?
Seriously, like, anyway. When I was in school, I'm like, whoa, this is so casual.
Not so casual. Not casual for you, and not casual for Aaron. How did he handle it all?
He did good. I think I was obviously a lot more anxious. I'm like, yeah, you got to have a baby without getting like sliced open. Like, I probably would have been somewhat chill too. But he did great. We were like in the pre-op room together. I had to like take all these like shots. I pretended they were shots. They were just like so you don't throw up. And he got his little bunny suit on, and then they took me back to get like a spinal block. You don't get an epidural, you get like a spinal block or whatever. And he couldn't be in there for that, but they put him in a chair like right next to the doors to the OR. So he's like, every time someone came in and out, and I had a team of like 25 or 26 people in there because it was like all hands on deck. Like NICU was in there, nurses, labor and delivery, an extra surgeon, like all these people just in case something went wrong. So people were just in and out, and Aaron's like, I just saw your arms just like strapped down and your teeth, because my teeth were chattering like
Same.
so I was just so nervous. But he was like pretty chill. So he came in and they, I guess, got started. My surgeon was like, did you feel anything? And I'm like, no. She's like, good, I just cut you with an 11 blade. I'm like, okay, so I guess that worked. I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, Aaron and I like chatted. I couldn't tell you what we talked about. Like, I think just like normal things, but I'm sure he was doing what he could to distract me. And then I thought that they'd be like, okay, here comes your baby. And then I'd be like, ready. And then we're just chatting and I hear, ah! I'm like, oh, is my baby out? Like, what?
Wow.
So they didn't like tell us, but then, yeah, I heard her cry, and then I cried, and then I'm like, okay, wow, please stitch me back up. Let's get this shit finished.
Yeah.
I mean, she was out in the first like 10 minutes, but it's like an hour surgery. I didn't really realize how quick it was, because she's out, and then the majority of the time they're just like stitching you back up.
Yeah.
Right.
So
and
she
counting the tools.
And counting the tools. So much counting. Who would have thought? But she was 5 pounds, 4 ounces, which was great because she was 5 weeks. So my due date was July 9th and she was born June 4th. So she was 5 weeks early, but 5 pounds was great.
Perfect.
And then, yeah,
she's pretty long though, wasn't she?
She's pretty long. Yeah, 19 inches. She was kind of like a little string bean. Yeah. But I was just like, just go with her. I told Aaron, like, go wherever she goes. So she went to like the normal little nursery for a little bit. And they take her weight and they take her picture and all of that. And then they wheel me to this janky ass recovery room. Aaron always is like, it wasn't that janky. I'm like, it was fucking janky. There's not a window to be found. There's just like 6 other women in different beds with like shower curtains between us.
Oh, weird.
And you're just like, okay, whoa, I just had a baby. I'm not with my baby. I just got cut open. I'm feeling good because I got drugs coursing through my body. But then they bring you a breast pump. They're like, okay, here you go. I'm like, what? You're telling me I just had like this major surgery and I just had a baby and I don't even know where my baby is, but you want me to pump? And I've never done this before. Like,
yeah.
What?
Interesting.
So yeah,
interesting.
Boy, interesting. You just gotta like get it going, I guess.
Yeah. And did they use that milk? This is so interesting.
Yeah.
You've been pumped with all these drugs.
Yeah.
And then they pump, and it's your colostrum, and it's very important. Yeah. And then they give it to the baby. It's like, I have more drugs in my body than I've ever had in my whole life.
She's gonna be having a grand old time with whatever. But yeah, I'm just like, I've never done this ever in my life. And the nurse just like hooks up these 2 things and like, okay, whatever. I'm looking at like my pee dripping out of me from my catheter. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's all the orifices,
oh my God. That's why I'm like, thank God I married the right person. I'm like, I walk in, or Aaron walks in, I'm like, hey, just cut open pee and blood and like breast milk, maybe. I don't know. I'm like, it's not coming out. These things are on me and nothing's happening because my body was like, whoa, we weren't supposed to have a baby yet. Like, what are we doing? But yeah,
so how long did it?
Fine.
Yeah, how long did it take for your milk to come in?
Like probably like 4 days.
4 days.
Do you guys remember that? That shit was wild when your boobs are just like boulders and like hard as a rock. Oh my
Hard as a
God.
rock.
They're like, massage them. I'm like, I don't want to touch them. I don't want to look at them. And now I keep getting like clogged ducts, which also sucks.
So painful.
But, ibuprofen, Tylenol, and
Well, you don't want to get an infection because
because it'll lead to like mastitis or whatever. But I'm an oversupplier, I've learned. I had a lactation consultant come. I was like, I feel like I'm making a lot of breast milk. And she's like, how much are you making? And I was like, like 50 ounces a day. And she's like, holy shit. Yeah. That's a lot. So we're gonna pare this down a little bit. So hopefully my boobs can get under control.
Yeah.
These flowy.
Mine didn't really work. Shelly was a really good breastfeeder. I was not a good breastfeeder. I had all these like wires because basically I wasn't producing anything at all. And so then for the babies, they would put formula, and then you'd have these cords for the one too, and it just didn't work for me
with formula.
You can, but it just didn't work. It ultimately just didn't work.
I've only breastfed twice.
Yeah, it just dried up. Like it wasn't producing, and then
I get it because right now I'm like, I see why people formula feed their babies because this like it's every 3 hours. It like runs my life, and she doesn't because she was in the NICU for so long, and I don't know, she's just kind of lazy. The lactation consultant said I haven't really breastfed like twice. She's latched on, but for the most part, I'm just pumping and giving her bottles. So I'm like, okay, this is insane. I feel like this is a job, and I've always heard people say that like, it's a job, but now I understand what people are saying because your whole day is like, okay, well, when am I going to pump, or where am I going to pump, and if I have to pump in the car, like what am I going to bring to put my breast milk in after? I don't know. It's banana pancakes, and men would never. That's I know for a fact our population would cease to exist if men had to do it
for sure.
Or breastfed. But
Shelly breastfed forever. Like her babies had like teeth and everything. I was like, what are you doing?
You go, Shell. Oh my God. They say it's like the most natural thing, and the lactation consultants here like just like shoving my nipple into her mouth. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. It's nuts. But we'll get it, or we won't, and it's fine. Like whatever. I'm holding it all with an open palm. My baby is fed. I had to buy a deep freezer. I've never owned a deep freeze in my life, but you can't open my freezer right now because it's just like little baggies of frozen breast milk will fall on you. So we're trying to organize that a little bit.
Oh my gosh! Wow,
it's like you're a hunter. It's like you're a hunter, but it's just breast milk.
Just breast milk. Like people come over, I'm like, do you want a LaCroix? Like a 5-ounce bag of frozen breast milk? Like it's really all I have to offer you. I don't have a ton. That's it. Oh, but she's here. She's healthy.
She's here. How was your NICU experience?
It was, NICU nurses and those doctors are, they deserve all the love in the world. Like, holy crap. It was good. I can't imagine having a C-section and then just like going home with your baby. And this is probably a little bit of self-protection too, but like people being like, at least you get to like heal a little bit, which was true. Like I just had a major surgery. So I stayed in the hospital for 3 more nights post C-section. And it was easier to like Erin would wheel me down to the NICU and we'd see her. But the day I was discharged, so I went home without her. That was real tricky. Granted, I was in the hospital for 36 days and I was like very ready to go home, but
you wanted her with you.
I wanted her with me.
Right.
But we came home. It was great. Like my dad had sent flowers and people had just like, my sister like totally cleaned our house and reorganized things for us. And it was just so lovely. And like all my best friends like pretty much nested on my behalf because I was in the hospital, so I didn't get to like wash the onesies and put them in the drawers and organize her closet. So I got to finally like come home and see like what my sister and like my friends had done, which was so great.
So sweet.
But we were really only home for like 4 days without her.
Okay.
So we kind of got into the groove of we'd go visit her once in the morning, and once at night. But they had this little, we called it the Sloane cam, like an angel camera on her. So you could just log in anytime and see her. So that was great because I, get super worked up and like, oh my God, I should be with my baby. And then we'd look at the camera. I'm like, she's literally sleeping.
Yeah.
She's just sleeping. And just thinking like, okay, that's where she needs to be. Like she's getting the care that she needs. She had to get, she had a little like infection in her lungs. So they like, you know, took care of that. She was on the bilirubin light, the little blue light for a couple days.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I couldn't have given her what she needed. Like that's where she needed to be. But props to people that have their babies in there for like hundreds of days. I have, oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I texted you. We were walking out one day and Aaron like elbows me. He was like, did you see who that was? I'm like, no, I have no idea. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, that's the UT head football coach. And I do know that his wife had a baby. I'm like, oh, fellow NICU parent. Hey, man.
Oh, I know. That's so cool.
I gave him a head. But I'm like, the fact that he was like, did you see who that was? Like, you could give me 1 million guesses. I would have not guessed.
Yeah.
You know who you married. But those sweet, sweet NICU nurses, there's one day where I had a really hard time. I was like bawling to the nurses, which I'm sure they get all the time. But when we came home, I like logged on to like the Sloane camera thing, and the nurse had like written a note. It was like, hi, Mom, I'm doing well. Like, I'm off the CPAP. And so, oh my God. And then that made me cry more. I'm like, like they're just angels. Like she did not have to do that. She's there for my baby, not there for me. And but she was there for me. Like she didn't have to do that. So. But yeah, that NICU experience is not for the weak, but we did it. And now, I mean, she was 5 pounds when she was discharged because they like lose a little bit of their birth weight, I guess. Yes. And she's like 9 pounds now.
Oh my gosh.
I know. She's out of, we had to go buy newborn diapers because she was in preemie diapers for so long. I'm like, oh, poor baby. My little preemie girl is
growing up.
Chunky. She's got some rolls. It's great. I'm like, look at her neck. Look at her little Pillsbury Doughboy arms. Oh, she's growing. She's doing what she needs to do. But thank you to all the lovely nurses at St. David's. They were amazing. I tried to nominate because there's like the Daisy Award or whatever. And like every time I try and do it for St. David's, Maine, the whole page shuts down. So I need to, if you guys have any contacts for the Daisy Award website creators, I have a word for them because all of those ladies deserve everything.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I know. They're just
especially the like postpartum. Yeah, first night postpartum when it's like the worst of you. You know, she's like taking out my catheter. She's like, oh, this is fine. You're good. I'm like crying. She was like, you have to pee or else I have to put your catheter back in. So I'm like bawling to her. She's like rubbing my back, trying to help me, like, because my bladder's still asleep pretty much from all the anesthesia. Yeah. I'm like, this sweet woman. She's like on the ground in front of me in the toilet, like going around in there trying to help me out. And I'm like, you are like, I can't believe this is your job. And then like after she leaves my room, she goes to do it for someone else. I'm like, oh my God, you guys deserve $1 million. I could never, ever do that. No. Thanks, Hannah. Love you, Hannah.
Seriously, they become so meaningful in your life.
And then you just leave. I'm like,
I know. We had the same doctor and nurse practitioner and labor delivery nurse for both boys. For both? Oh. And so
that's just great.
It just becomes like this magical memory.
It is.
And so we would take the boys back, like whenever we go to Georgia, we stop by the hospital and we're like the boys. Yeah, and I think it's very meaningful, like for them to see the growth that
like where they are now.
Yeah, especially the NICU, because Coulter was in the NICU, and so and he was past his due. He was 2 weeks past his due date.
Holy!
He was like, they were like, this is the biggest baby we've ever had in the NICU.
How much was he when he was born?
He was I think
it was like 10 pounds.
Yeah, it was 11. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big NICU baby.
Shelly had huge babies.
Yeah. They were like, this is the biggest baby. We don't even know what.
We're like, what do we do with this thing?
Well, and then Shelly wanted to do like everything really natural.
Yeah.
And she had read this book what was the Bradley method, where you would see like the dads, like they were like topless and naked. during the delivery, not even when, when they do the skin thing. I
Yeah,
was like,
skin to
why is
skin.
that guy naked?
Who is that man?
And
Why
I
does
was
he not
like,
have a blouse on?
yeah. And so Shelly wanted to do everything natural, and then she had the most complicated birth. And I
Isn't that
remember,
how it goes?
yeah. And I was just like, like she breastfed until they were like way past, they didn't still need the breast milk at that point. And then she made like all the food natural. I mean, she was like real natural.
She did the damn
she
thing.
even did cloth diapers.
Okay, walk me through that. How do you just throw it in your washing machine, or do you like put the poop outside like a dog? What do you do? Like, how do you?
You put it in the toilet.
Oh, the
Yeah.
toilet.
And
Yeah, didn't you have a diaper service? They would come pick up your diapers.
I did, because they both were in cloth diapers at the same time. So I used service for a little bit after Coulter came home. But it was because Coulter has autism, they were like, don't even attempt to potty train him. But because he was in cloth diapers and he could feel everything, he potty trained.
Look at
no
that
problem.
Maybe that's the key.
Exactly.
You cracked the code.
That why I've told people, they're like, we can't get potty,
You're like, put them in a cloth diaper. They don't want to feel it.
Yeah, put their underwear on inside the diaper so they actually feel it.
There you go. Shelly's gonna write a parenting book.
Yeah. How to drive yourself crazy. Like literally drive yourself crazy. Hey, Madison, did you ever see Candy and her baby? Candy, her baby on
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Y'all's friend Candy.
Our friend
Candy Bird.
She would take her baby and immediately take him over to the potty.
Oh yeah, when it was like a baby.
Yeah, and he would go potty in the potty. I was like,
that's nuts. I think the Real Housewives of Atlanta really is like the background to my pregnancy, because when I was in the hospital, I started it from season 1, and Phaedra has a C-section, so I was like, should I watch this episode? Yeah, sure. And they took out the baby, and they showed, Phaedra, her brand new baby, and she goes, ew, because they're just so like slimy and gross. So when Sloane came out, I was like, don't say ew. Yeah. However, she came out and she was very, I guess I knew this, but the adrenaline, and I just kind of forgot how they're a little swollen, and they don't look how you really want them to look when they come out. And I don't know if you're familiar with TLC's 1,000-Pound Sisters, but there is a sister who has like a forehead shelf. That's because she's a large lady, and so she's got just like a line. And Sloane had she was so pissed when she came out, which I would be too if someone took me out of my warm, nice home 5 weeks early. But all of our live photos, from my C-section, if you hold on them, you can hear me being like, why does her forehead look like this? Does she have a fat forehead? What is that? She looks so grumpy. And Aaron's like, she's fine. She's a baby. And she's squished up and swollen. And then 3 hours later, I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people think of
baby Botox.
I know. How many people think of Amy Stanton from 5,000-Pound Sisters when they give birth? But I sure did. So she's good.
It's okay. Our sister Amy, when she had her son Ethan, she took one look at him. She goes, well, at least we don't have to worry about anybody kidnapping him.
I'm like, I'm gonna blame the drugs. I just wanted to hear happy and healthy, but then I'm like, damn, why is she so pissed off? And why does her forehead look like that? But look at her now.
Well,
her eye is a little pink. Maybe she has a birthmark or something. It's so light you could barely see it. But we FaceTime my nephew who's 8, and he thought he was whispering to his mom, but he was right in the microphone because it was a FaceTime, and he goes, what's wrong with her eye? And we're like, buddy, she's okay. One, you can ask us. She's okay. Babies sometimes just get little marks on them. But her eye is fine. Her eye is fine.
So yeah. What's your prognosis now if you were to have another child? I'm not I'm not assuming you are, because I know people get really pissed about that. But if you
I will say, one day post C-section, I was like, fuck that. I'm never doing this again. One baby, one and done. And now I'm like, oh, okay, well.
You really do. You forget real quick.
You forget. Yeah, the amnesia is real, because I'm like, no one would ever have another baby ever if he remembered every single detail. No, but so this is just kind of like a fluke situation. So my doctor referred to it as if like that happened again, it'd be like getting struck by lightning twice.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're in the clear with that. The reason it happened was my body created I had 2 placentas, which like overachiever.
Yeah.
So it was like the cord that was connecting them that was the problem. So hopefully, should there be a next time, knock on wood, that my body would maybe only make 1 placenta, like a normal person.
Yes.
But then, I guess I would have a C-section again. I don't know. I'm like, I don't even know what to think about that. My 6-week appointment is tomorrow, so hopefully she can look down there and be like, looks good.
Well, I will say there's good and bad. All my children were vaginal births. I definitely had epidurals. I for sure my body was gonna snap in half.
Totally. Yeah, there's no easy way.
God, oh Jesus. I screamed, oh God, oh Jesus, like so loud.
You're like, are you up there?
Nurses were like, oh my God.
Are you here? Good. It's me, Jody.
I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
All my kids were like the same. They were all 8 pounds, 12 ounces, huge. For us, we're so short and little. I was gigantic. I remember David Cease, one of the old teachers.
Yeah, teacher. Yeah.
He would like ask me, he was like, are you sure you're not having twins? I was like, you're not supposed to ask somebody that.
The worst thing to say to a pregnant lady, David. Oh my God.
But I was huge because there's nowhere for it to go because we're so short and our torsos. But
I did have a nurse say, like, the taller you are, typically, like, the easier your pregnancy, just because I do have a long torso. So I feel like she has more room to, like,
really stretch out,
move around.
Yes.
And I don't know. I never thought I would say this, but I guess hindsight 2020, I'm like, oh, I like being pregnant for the most part. Like, I never had morning sickness. I never, like, I felt good. And there's like a certain power in being like, look at this, just let your belly hang out. Like,
you were like the best dress. I love the way you would wear, like, because the big jean look was really in.
Oh, thank God. I don't know what I would do if it was.
These big jeans on and just a little t-shirt, your little belly would hang out at the bottom. And I just was like, she is so cute.
Thank you.
It was
fun. It was fun to dress like that. And now I'm like, what's it mean to get dressed? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I wear the same like nursing bra and like 4 pairs of shorts. I went for a walk earlier today and my sister's with Sloane right now.
Yeah.
And Delaney was like, what's on the back of your shorts? I'm like, what's on the back of my shorts? And I'm just very sweaty. The postpartum like hormone.
Yeah.
And that's what people are going through in menopause. Like I'm changing my shirt like every night. I wake up and I feel like I jumped in the pool, but I'm so sweaty. My sister was like, maybe these shorts aren't for like workout shorts. I think they're just like lounge shorts because it looks like I peed my pants. Like it's just like a perfect circle. So good thing you can't see the back of my body right now. But yeah,
I'm so glad you have your sister there with that.
Great. Yeah, you guys know she's kind of that.
I was just
yeah, I'm like, hey, can you come over? I'm recording a podcast at 10 o'clock. She's like, I'll be there. I'm like, perfect.
Oh my baby. God, I love it.
She rolled up. I'm like, perfect. She needs to be changed and she needs a bottle. And he's like, okay. I'm like, all right.
Oh my gosh, so lovely. So lovely.
It's just the best. And yeah, our parents, both of our parents are divorced. So like both of our moms have come to visit and meet her. My dad came. Aaron's dad's getting over pneumonia. So I'm like, you get over that first and then you can come meet her. But yeah, it's like just so surreal to be like, oh, here's my baby. I don't know. Like, this is my daughter. I haven't really even said that out loud before. Like, I have a daughter. That's crazy.
What's Sloane's middle name?
Naomi.
Oh, she's named after her great
grandma. Yeah, her great grandma. So my grandma didn't know that that's what I was doing. So it's my grandma's mom. So when I FaceTimed them to like tell them like Sloane, my grandma was just so tickled. It was I wish I had recorded it because it was such a special moment. She's like, what? So that was fun. But I don't know. It's honestly, it's been so great. And I know the postpartum blues are real, but I do think my situation is very unique in that, like, I'm just so relieved that she's here and helping. It's like everything went to plan because we were very lucky. There are a lot of people who get diagnosed with this and that does not happen. So I just feel like every day I'm just like, so if I do cry, it's out of joy or like thankfulness most of the time. I did cry at the NBA finals though, and this is how I know I'm postpartum hormones, because I was like, all of these players were someone's baby.
Exactly. Exactly. It's
like,
so
got to, like, what are we crying about? Like, because their moms rock them to sleep too. Yeah. Okay.
It's so true. It's so true. Yeah.
Like at 3:30 in the morning, I'm like rocking her in her glider. I'm like, how many moms like are doing this in the world right now? Like, it's just so crazy to think, like, on a more grand scale. Like, oh wow, this is not a unique experience. There are millions of people around the world probably rocking their babies like at this moment right now. I wish we could all like hop on AIM and like chat with each other while we did that.
AIM. Hey,
showing my age.
Are you journaling for Sloane?
I have a little an app that I have is like where I track everything, and it'll like just give me a little prompt every day. It's like, what's something that made you smile yesterday? And I'm always like, Sloane, I should probably be a little more specific. But no, it's fun to just, I feel like our photos too, like I take photos like constantly. Little videos of her sounds that she makes when she eats and stuff, just so I can remember.
It's
so special.
It is. It's so special, but it's like women, you're already forgetting how hard and draining it was.
Seriously.
And that's why nobody shares, is because we have the kid and life's different, and celebrating that. But it is important to know.
It is important. And
Madison, menopause is way worse than that.
Right. Okay. Well, hopefully I've got some time. Oh my God. I'm like, this is insane. All I'm doing is sweating and crying. Like, stay hydrated. Like, all I'm doing is pumping and sweating.
And menopause, you'll be walking down the street and you'll just trench.
And then you're also angry about it.
Oh, well.
But you think you're having a stroke. You're like, what the hell is happening right now?
There are some postpartum rage hormones every once in a while when I just, like, look at Aaron and his useless nipples. I'm like, you just get to have a baby.
Nipples.
Like, here I am, just sitting here like a zombie, like pumping, and I'm like, you get to sleep. I haven't slept for more than 2 hours in, over a month, which is fine. But at least when I'm on my shift, I'm like, you just get to go to bed for like 6 hours and not even like wake up because you're sweaty or because your nipples are leaking.
Yeah, so you're useless. Nipples.
Seriously, just look at them like, oh, you little shit bag. But love him.
How is he doing?
He's so good.
How did he handle?
I mean, I knew he would be wonderful, but like it's a whole other appreciation for him. I have learned that postpartum is your partner. Like, and he went above and beyond anything I could have ever dreamed of for just even in the hospital, like post C-section, you can't even sit up, right? Like your whole arms are, and he's over there like helping me sit up. He's washing because you have to wash the pump parts. So that's when we were pumping every 2 hours, and he like had the alarms, and he knew more about the breast pump than I did. He knew way more. And I think the nurses had like prepped him for like, okay, it's a lot of it's going to be on you because like she is out of commission and her brain is out of commission. And, but just so great. Even when we came home without her and with her, he's like, I got it. You rest.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he got the memo for sure when they were like, let her rest, all the good postpartum things, but he's doing awesome. And I think, we make a pretty good team. I'm like, do you want to go golf today? Like, go do that. Go find your happy. So he's gone for a couple hours, then he comes back, and then he takes her, and then I'll like go for a walk, or I went and got my hair done one day. So I think it's just nice to have a little balance, but we're doing well. People warn me that's like, you want to kill your partner sometimes. I'm like, I really haven't felt that, but again, I think we had a very like unique experience with that.
Right. Did he take off
paternity leave?
Paternity leave?
Yeah, so his company he got 8 weeks. So he took 2 on the front end before she got here, just again because I was hospitalized, and poor man, he drove to and from that hospital for those 5 weeks, like multiple times a day, and he'd bring me food. So those like 2 weeks before she came, he kind of like cleaned up the house and like helped nest and finish the nursery and stuff. So he's still got, I think he's got a little over a week left, and then I'm like, oh my God, what do I do?
Yeah.
He's like, it's gonna be fine. Luckily he works from home. So there's definitely some flexibility in there. But oh my God, that's when things are really getting real.
Yeah, for sure. But you'll do great. I just think about all those moms that have to go back after 6 weeks or whatever.
I don't know how they do that. How does your body even like?
It's not even ready. I just remember like Katie Daly came back pretty quick with the birth of her kids, and she would have to like pump at school all the time, and her daughter, I remember Ava wrote a sign. It was like mom milking, like just like mom milking.
It's so true.
And poor Mr. Amelia would accidentally walk in. And
oh my God. And it's like, I don't know.
I don't know where to look.
Seriously. Yeah, we're on like no sort of schedule. Like sometimes we're up for good at 6 a.m. Sometimes she falls back asleep, and then I fall back asleep, and we're up for good at 9 a.m. Like I can't imagine having to try and like figure out that to go back to work and like function.
Yeah.
So I mean, but don't get me. I know people do it, and I know people have to do it. So I'm very lucky and very thankful that I am not doing that right now. But,
it would be with Sloane.
Or just like. Or single moms. Like I was crying the other day because I'm just thinking of like people that do it by themselves. I'm like, oh my God, like how would you do that? How the hell would you do that by yourself? But people do it. So props to them.
Yeah. Props.
Here we are. We're living a little newborn life over here. You guys are gonna love on her.
I know. I was gonna come by later and see her if that's okay.
Yes.
And hug her.
Let me check my schedule.
Check your schedule. Just text.
People are like, can I come by? I'm like, girl, I've left the house twice in 6 weeks. Come whenever.
Yeah.
Say hey.
Well, I think you've definitely given, people that are given this diagnosis, there can be a happy ending. So it'll be okay.
It'll be okay. Trust your medical team.
Yes.
There's I will say my team was probably a little more conservative, and some people are hospitalized around 32 weeks. Mine wanted me at 30, and I'm like, they are the ones that went to school for this. Like, just listen to your doctors. Don't do anything you shouldn't do. Like, I've been on pelvic rest since February. Like, no sexy time with your husband. So poor Aaron. Don't be interviewing Aaron about how how he's doing, because it's not great. But you know what? He can figure that out.
Well, you're almost to it. I mean, you're almost to
tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah, with the C-section, you don't have to wait.
Yeah, at least you didn't have to have an episiotomy.
Oh my God, that's a whole other. But no, if you have vasa previa, it's gonna be okay. 1 day at a time. That was kind of like my motto. And when 1 day at a time is too much, 1 hour at a time.
Exactly. 1 minute at a time.
1 minute at a time.
My pro tip is breastfeeding is not a contraceptive.
Okay.
You are very,
very fertile.
Very fertile.
Very
fertile.
The other day,
very fertile.
Half condoms still. He was like, yeah, because I had a miscarriage last summer, and she wanted us to wait like 3 months after my DNC just to try again. So I'm like, oh wow, I haven't seen a condom in a while. And now I'm like, I'm not doing this again anytime soon. Like the idea of getting pregnant again. Oh my God. I know people do that, but
right.
They do. We're just gonna no. Yeah. Wait, how far apart are your boys?
16 months.
Holy shit balls. Okay.
Yeah. Breastfeeding
is very fertile.
Contraceptive.
Yeah.
Hot tip.
Hot tip.
Okay, it looks like you're getting eaten by mosquitoes. So go be with
Sorry.
Sloane, and I'll text you. And thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. I'll love later.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.